What's going on, everybody? It's your guy, Golden Cash, and we are back with another Hunt and Fill series. We've got the Jefferson Nickel Hunt and Fill series 1938 to 1961. And y'all, we only have a couple left to find. We got the 38S and the 39S. That is it. That's all we need. I am hoping by the end of February now, because it's the end of January, that we can find these last two nickels to complete this album. And then we'll start over. We'll buy another album, another probably Dansco album, and start from 1938 and go all the way to 2022. So we got everything else in this book, including the 1950 Denver with only 2.6 million mintage. And everything else in between. We've got some really nice ones, including that 57 right there, that rainbow colored. Man, that thing is absolutely beautiful. And it's got a rainbow tint to it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into this nickel Hunt and Fill series. But first, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so I can keep bringing you hunts. Just like this one right here. We got boxes 33 and 34 of the series. Let's go ahead and see if they are circulated or if we're just wasting our time to go through these nickels right here. Get these two cut, and we will go ahead and pop the tops and see if they are circulated. All right, I see circulated nickels. Good deal. Newer and some older ones. So we'll go ahead and rip the top off of that one. Open box number 33. This is going to be box number 1 of this hunt. Go ahead and pull that off right there. See if we got circulated nickels in this box. And they are somewhat circulated. A lot of newer designs. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and grab a roll, and I'm going to set this up, and you guys know the drill. On our first find, I will bring you back in. Roll number 3, box number 1. We're going to have our first find of this hunt. We got a 1947 out of Philadelphia. Same roll, roll number 3, just a couple away from the 47. We're going to have a 1948. And the 48 is out of Denver. Roll number 4, box number 1. We got a penny, and then right behind the penny, we've got a 1953. So we got a 2020 penny right there. We got a 1953 right behind it, out of Denver. Let's go. Roll number 5, box number 1. We're going to have another 1953. And this one is a Philadelphia. So we got a Denver and a Philly. Let's go. Roll number 8. Box number 1. We're going to have our first 1959 out of Denver. Same roll. Roll number 8. We're going to have one that we need if it has a mint mark. We got a 1939. It's definitely a 1939. Can we get the San Francisco? And it is not. No San Francisco. We got a 1939 out of Philly. Roll number 9. Box number 1. We got a 1940. What is that behind it? I cannot see it. 1940 out of Philly. I don't know what that one is. That is a 1946, and you can see it there. I thought that looked a little bit older. So we got a 1946. Looks like a Philadelphia. I can't tell. I'm going to call it a Philadelphia. 1946 out of Philly. Side by side. Roll number 11. Box number 1. We got a pretty cool little find right here. I'm not sure if this is going to be a broad strike or if this is an off-center strike. I mean, it's still got some of the date left. This thing is really cool. Definitely 2 rims there you can see. Flipping on the reverse. It looks like a normal coin. Something's up with this one right here. I'm going to have to check this one out a little bit more, and I will get back with you guys after I figure it out. Roll number 14, box number 1. We're going to have another 1959, I believe. Definitely a 59. And it is another Denver. Let's keep going. Roll number 15, box number 1. We're going to have a 1940. 1940, nice 1940 out of Philadelphia. Same roll, roll 15, box number 1. We're going to have our first 1958. If I can get a hold of it. Can this be a Philly? It is not. 1958 out of Denver. Roll 16, box number 1. We're going to have our first 1952. And the 52 is out of... is that a San Francisco? It's a Denver. We got a 1952 out of Denver. Let's move that one over. That's a 47, 48, 53, 52. Roll 18, box number 1. We got a 1959. And a 59 out of Denver again. Let's keep going. Same roll. Roll 18. Box number 1. We have one that we need. For sure need. We need the San Francisco 1939. Can we get it with this one right here? It is not. We got another 1939 out of Denver, or out of Philadelphia. Roll 25. Box number 1. I was looking at this one right here when we first started opening them up. Look at that rainbow color on the end of that roll. That thing is absolutely beautiful. And then when I opened it up, I thought we might have a war nickel in here. This one right here next to my thumb. It's got a really blue color. And that one right over there almost looks like one as well. But we do open all these up together so we can see if this one is... And it is. We got a war nickel. This is a San Francisco minted 1944. So we got our first war nickel of the hunt. Let me check this one right over here because it almost looks a bluish color. There you go, right here. It is not a war nickel. And this one right here, not a war nickel. But check this bad dude out on the end. Right there. Look at that beautiful toning on that. And like I said, I keep every single... Wow. Every single one of these that are toned. I love tone coins. Especially when they got the rainbow colors on them like that. Man, that is beautiful. Let's keep hunting. We got a 44 out of San Francisco. Let's go, y'all. Roll 26, box number 2. I think we might have another war nickel. And you can see that one right there. I started flipping these back. And you can see that one. If I can get mine, there we go. Rip that open a little bit more. It's hard to do with one hand. I don't know if it's going to be, but definitely got a bluer look to it. Man. Come on. I think it's going to be a war nickel. And it is. We got 2 in a row. 2 rolls, 2 war nickels. Philadelphia, 1942. This is a first year war nickel right here. 1942. It was a transition year from copper nickel to copper, manganese, and silver. But we got a 1942 out of Philadelphia. Let's go, y'all. Roll 27, box number 1. We got our first 1941. And it's out of San Francisco. We got a couple of 1940s. Now we got a 41. Let's go. Roll 28. Box number 1. We got another 1959. That makes 4. And we got this one. Ooh, there's a tiny D right there. Tiny Denver. But 1959 out of Denver. We got a pile going on over there. Roll just a couple away from the end. I didn't even see it. We're going to have another 1953. 1953 out of Denver. That makes 3 for that. Roll number 30. Box number 1. We got another 1941. And that looks like another San Francisco. It's our second 41 out of San Francisco. Roll 32. Box number 1. We're going to have a 1956. I believe this is our first. It is our first 1956 out of Denver. Let's go. Roll 37. Box number 1. We're going to have one that we might need. We got a 1939. It's our third one. But we need the San Francisco. Can we get it with this one? And we're not. We got a 1939 out of Philly. Roll 41. Box number 1. Check out that 1947. That is a beauty. 1947 out of Philadelphia. That might be an upgrade for the book. Roll 46. Box number 1. We're going to have a 1955. And we got a 55 out of Denver. Figure out where to put this one. Here's the 56. Put the 55 right there. Roll number 50. Box number 1. We might have another war nickel. This will be 3 in one box. If I can zoom it in there. There we go. We might actually have a couple chances at a war nickel. We got this one right here where my thumb is. This one right over here. And I believe another one right there if I can get this zoomed in. We'll try this one first. Right over here with my thumb, the last one. I don't know if that's going to be a war nickel or not. It is not. We got another one right here. Looks a little bluer. It is not. And so that means this is probably not going to be one either. That one is a war nickel. We got a 1945 out of Philadelphia. Haha, 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 was a war nickel. All right, we got a 1945 out of Philly. That's awesome. 3 war nickels in one box. Let's keep going. All right, and that is the end of box number 1, number 33 of the series. Not too bad. We're going to go ahead and jump to box number 2, number 34 of the series. Let's go ahead and grab one out of here. If I can get one, there we go. And y'all know what's going to happen. I will bring you back as soon as we find anything at all. But y'all, we got 3 war nickels out of that one box. Can we do the same with box number 2? Roll number 10 of box number 2. It took 10 rolls to finally find a 1955. We got a 1955. This one out of Denver. There we go. That is our second one. First find of box number 2, number 34 of the series. Roll number 11, box number 2. We might have our first war nickel of this box. That'll be the 4th war nickel completed right there. I'm not sure if this is or not. If I can even get this out one-handed. There we go. And it is a San Francisco minted war nickel. We got a, oh wow, looks like a 1942. It is a 1942 out of San Francisco. That is our second 1942. Man, 4 war nickels, 2 boxes. Let's keep going. Same roll. Roll number 11. We're going to have another 1940. And this 1940 is going to be out of San Francisco. That makes 3. Roll number 12. Box number 2. Check out this 1955. This one is actually really good condition. We got a 1955 out of Denver. That makes 3 1955s. Roll 13. Box number 2. We're going to have another 1941. And we got a 41 out of Philadelphia. Same roll. Roll 13. We're going to have our first well, not our first 1959 of this box. It's going to be our 5th 1959 Denver out of the hunt. Let's keep going. Roll 14. Box number 2. We're going to have another 1941 out of Philadelphia. That is 4 1941s. Roll number 15. Box number 2. We're going to have a 1958. Right behind it is a 64. This 58 is out of Denver. So that is our second 1958. Let's keep going. Roll 18, box number 2. As I was looking at this 1957, I kind of got a glance, and you can see that one right there. I didn't even notice it when we opened it up. But we're going to have another war nickel. We got a 1943. I thought it was a 48, but that is a 43. With the 57, it's out of Denver. I don't know if we have one of these yet. We do not. This is our first 1957 out of Denver. So we'll put that one right there. And let's check out this war nickel. Look at that. The edge, you can't even tell it's a war nickel. Wow. So we got a war nickel, 1943, out of Philadelphia. So we've got the 42, 43, 44, and the 45. We've got all the years of the war nickels. We got a couple of 42s, a 43, a 44, and a 45. That is amazing. All we need now is the 1938 and the 1950, and we've got every single Jefferson nickel that we're looking for. Let's keep going. Roll 19, box number 2. We're going to have our second 1952. What is that behind it? That's a 61. And a 1952 out of Philadelphia. That's our second one there. Let's keep going. Roll number 20, box number 2. We got another 1958. A 58, that is a 58 out of Denver. That's our third one. Roll 22, box number 2. We're going to have another 1959. I almost thought this was a war nickel. And we got a 59 out of Denver. That makes 6. Let's keep going. Roll 23, box number 2. We're going to have another 1941. This will be our 5th 1941 of the hunt. And this one is a Philadelphia. 5 1941s. We got 7 1959s. Let's keep going. Roll 27, box number 2. We're going to have our first Panamanian right there from, I don't know what that is, Sarah South, Satilin. Anyway, it's a Republic de Panama 2017. We have another one right here. This is the Commonwealth of the Bahamas that we found earlier. So now we got a Bahamian and a Panamanian. Roll 28. Box number 2. We've got another 1955. Almost looks like a 35. 1955 out of Denver. And we're going to put that one right there. That's 4 1955s out of Denver. Roll 29, box number 2. As we were spreading them out, I started going through them, and I just happened to look up, and look what we have right back here. We're going to have a Buffalo nickel. It's our first one of this hunt. And look at the condition. This one looks pretty good. Does it have a date? It does. We've got a 1936 Buffalo nickel out of Philadelphia. Look at the condition of that one. Probably VF condition. Not bad at all. 1936 Buffalo nickel. That is definitely a find. Let's keep going. Roll 34, box number 2. We're going to have another 1940. This will be number 4 of the hunt. Out of Philadelphia. Let's go. Roll 42, box number 2. We might have another war nickel. We just popped this open. Barely got it open. You can see that one right there. I'm thinking that is going to be another war nickel, but we are going to have to find out together. And it is. We got another war nickel, another 1945 out of Philadelphia. Wow, how many is that? 2, 4, 5. That's 6 war nickels in 2 boxes. Let's keep hunting. Oh, we just spread them out. And look at that. We're going to have another foreign. What is that? Confederatio Helvetica? Helvetica. I don't know where this is from. This is a 2011 Confederatio Helvetica. I don't know. Sweden? Maybe Swedish? We got another foreign. Let's keep going. 43, box number 2. We don't get these that often. But we're going to have a 1938. Now, we need the 1938 San Francisco to slot in the book. Can we get it with this 1938? We need the S. And it is not going to be an S. I don't think there's any mint mark. There is not. I don't know. There's something right there, but I don't think that's going to be an S. Well, looks like we got a 1938 out of Philadelphia. First year, 1938. Let's keep going. That is the end of box number 2, number 34 of the series. I'm going to get everything wrapped up, and yeah, I'll bring you in for the wrap-up of everything that we found. There was a lot to go over. I'll be back in just a second. And that is the end of this Hunt and Fill series, boxes number 33 and 34 of the series. All right, let's go ahead and show you what we still need. We need the 1938S and the 1939S. But other than that, we have got every single one of these covered up. We just need those last couple of Jefferson nickels for this Hunt and Fill series to be complete. And then we will jump on to another book, completing all the way up to 2022. I've already got that on order. So hopefully we can get this done by February, by the end of February, because that's our next hunt won't be until February. So let's just go ahead and show you what we found in this Hunt and Fill series for Jefferson nickels. We've got a bunch of 1959s. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1959s, all out of Denver. We got 4 out of 1958 out of Denver. We got a 1957 Denver, a 1956 Denver, 4 1955 Denvers. Then we jump over here to the 53s, 1 Philly, 2 Denver. We got a couple of 52 Phillies. We jump over here, we got a 1948 out of Denver. We got a couple of 47s out of Philly and a 46 out of Philly. Jump over here. Then we get into our war nickels. We've got two 1945s out of Philadelphia. We found a 1944 out of San Francisco, a 1943 out of Philadelphia, and we got two 1942s, one San Francisco and one Philadelphia. That is a good haul for war nickels in 2 boxes. I think that is probably my record out of, 6 war nickels in 2-box hunt. That is really, really good. Then we jump over here to the 41s. We got 3 41 Phillies, 2 out of San Francisco. We've got a couple of 1940s, 3 of them out of Philly, 1 out of San Francisco. We've got 4 1939s, 3 of them, 3 1939s. And we got a 1938 out of Philadelphia. First year Jefferson nickel, and I'm not sure if that is going to upgrade. It looks like it will. We got one to upgrade, the 1938 out of Philadelphia. So we are going to put that one right there. I believe there was another one in here. I think it was a 1947 out of Philadelphia. Right there. That is going to upgrade the 1947. So we will have 2 upgrades so far in this hunt. I believe there was one more, but I'm not sure which one it was. I'll have to find it later on. Now let's go over here and show you what other little things that we found. Check this out right here. This is I don't know if we call this a broad strike or an off-center strike, but you can see, I'm definitely thinking it's a broad strike because it's got all the letters and numbers there. You flip it around, it is perfect, in perfect condition. Found that. We got a 2018, and let me just zoom it in and show you. We've got another die clash. You can see it under the Monticello stairs right there. If you check it out, you can see that little bit of the Jefferson eye on both sides of the Monticello building. So we found another one of those. Those are all going to go into grading as soon as I get mine back from NX. And then we found this beautiful rainbow-toned Jefferson nickel. This thing is absolutely beautiful. That is definitely natural toning. Then we got a 1984 that I think is actually a broad strike as well. You can see that rim on one side, and then you got that deep side there on the back. It is absolutely perfect. All right, we found a few foreign. We'll just jump over here. We found a penny, a 2020 penny in one of the rolls. We got a Panamanian. We've got a Bahamian. And then we got one that says Confederatio Helvetica. So I think that is a Swedish 20 cents. Really cool piece that we found there. Almost looks like a proof. But that is it, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so I keep bringing you hunts. Just like this one right here. And we've got the 1936 Buffalo nickel. I almost forgot about that one. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so I keep bringing you hunts. Just like this one right here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time.